Hello, my name's Charles Lastic. I'm the Managing Director of Blue Bond Tax Planning. I've been an inheritance tax specialist for more than 18 years and I've helped hundreds of clients save millions of pounds on their potential inheritance tax bills. So today's video is around why do we always recommend that we have a non-family member as a trustee or as a reserve trustee. Hi, welcome back. So today's video is around why do we always recommend why a non-family member is appointed as a trustee, and certainly that trustee is in place by the time the second spouse dies to make sure that the will is dealt with properly. So there are two main reasons. One, possibly unlikely, but still a potential risk that we have to make sure is covered, is that let's say you've got two children or one child and those two children are killed together in a car crash or an accident. Well, now you've got no trustee on the trusts, right? Whereas if you've got an external trustee, they can step in and make sure that the assets are distributed in the manner that you have stipulated in what's called an expression of wish letter. The more important reason, and this does happen, and certainly whenever you get a lot of money involved, this happens, people disagree. So if your children disagree on how the assets are being distributed, let's say mum and dad gave one son some money while they were still alive and they didn't the other, and this wasn't accounted for, then really all the trustees on a trust have to agree. So we're usually saying that by the time a second spouse dies, when the second spouse dies, a reserve trustee comes on board who is a non-family member, and they make sure that the assets are distributed according to the expression of wishes that you've put in place. And you know, there's so many ifs and buts that could potentially happen, and therefore having a trustee that you trust to make sure that your wishes are carried out if your children disagree is worthwhile, because it's just a belt and braces approach, making sure that what you want happens. Because the last thing you want is that you've left your children an awful lot of money, you've protected it against inheritance tax, you've saved it against all sorts of other issues by having these trusts in place, and then they disagree and then there's a falling out in the family. I'm sure you wouldn't want that, and therefore this external trustee helps prevent that issue, because all trustees have to agree on distribution of assets from a trust. Okay, hopefully you found that useful. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and a like, because it does help the channel. But thanks for listening, and goodbye for now. Bye.